should be going up live now for you guys. Nice. Let me pull it up on my YouTube. Make sure everything's good. We're just waiting on everybody to get in. I'm gonna post the video again. All right. There we go. Yo, what's up, DJ? Welcome back. So this literally squeezed out of this triangle like I thought it would, and it's following this upward trend. So our more bullish line is the trend to watch right now. That's what we're seeing. Yeah, Collie, this is straight up like I just found the stock interesting and wanted the people to make mad money off of it if they followed it correctly. So that's all this is. I took a shower, got some food, got me a NOS, all that fun stuff. But it's still following our trend, which is good. So basically the bottom line here is we're looking for a low of about 2050 for the moment, based on this trend line, which would be great. Power hour, hell yeah, Justin. You took a nap when I got off stream. Well, there you go, dude, you're awake. Yeah, this is straight up following a trend line, so that's good. Volume is nearing 110 million soon. I think it's gonna uptick towards the end. It usually does. Like look at yesterday, how it like exploded last hour just a bit. That lunch area where we were in is usually low. Like, see, this is pretty low. But we're gonna be seeing where it goes. Above 25. If it gets enough buying power, I could see it going above 25. We have to see though. So this trend line should carry us to market close. This is about... That's July 6th. So this would carry us right here till... market close would be about... Where's it at? Like right here roughly. Which would be halfway up this line. So we'd be about right here is where I'm looking. And the downside I'm seeing for that right now is about just under $21. You think it will dip for the 3-day off? No, I think it's more bullish going into next week if shorts don't cover and it's a 3-day weekend, because the interest is going to go up a lot. That's the main thing to watch in this, is it has potential to go up a ton. PRVB announcement probably won't come till after hours. This is doing a very good volume right now to get to 2159. This is a rip. We could dull this down to 15 seconds if we wanted to, but I'm going to just let it sit for now. Let's try it on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, this looks really good. This looks very, very good. I'm liking it. And today prediction, I want to have it close above 20 at least. Closing above 20 is a good sign for Tuesday and next week. If we get more volume and people pour in, this could see over 25. It's unlikely unless the volume just destroys here in a few though. We would need a huge upside here. This looks like it's making a run for 22 right now though. We're just gonna have to watch it. Oh my lord. What is coming in? Dude, those buy walls were insane. There's a lot of buy volume coming in. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the rip we're looking for. Ortex data, let's refresh real quick. Ortex data is still 189% shorted. Cost to borrow is still a max of 400%, average of 360%. This is great. This is ripping, dude. This is what we wanted to see going towards the end of day. This is exactly what you wanted to see. If it breaks that 2283 sell wall, we're going to see 23. It needs to break that wall. It's pouring in. Dude, they just ate that. They need to go up. They need to eat that and it's going to hit 23. They're going to keep pouring onto it. Still holding for 398. Whenever you feel good to sell, dude. Anywhere you feel comfortable. I would have trimmed some profits by now for sure. You can always play with house money to let it float, but make sure you always make back your initial investment and then some when you're up this big. There's no reason not to. This is dumb in my opinion. Yeah, dude, it's a big fight. If they break 2280, this is going to rip. They're trying to keep it under hard. God, this is insane. This is actually crazy right now. This is great. This is very good movement from coming off lunch. This is what I was waiting for end of day. House money, it means you're playing with profit essentially, and you're only playing with profit and you're not risking any money that you were banking on trying to make profit. Hey, what's up, Ape? You liking this play action right now? We need to break 2280. That's our wall we need to break right now. That's why I'm on this chart, because I want to watch this. I want to watch these walls. There's a lot of buyers trying to come in at 22, trying to hold it there. There's going to be a big push. What other stocks am I invested in? I'm not invested in anything right now, just because I haven't set up my new broker with my job. But a lot of the stocks that I was in before were like Fisker and Celos Therapeutics. I would have probably been in this. I had longs in AIKI, which is a psilocybin company for depression and stuff they're doing treatment on. All that fun stuff. No, I'm not an MRIN, dude. I would have had to get regulatory stuff for it, and I wasn't going to deal with all that, so. It's just part of my job. It's higher regulations where I'm at, so I'd have to get clearance for all my trades and stuff. It's just something I'd rather not avoid. Especially, like, with them being already strict like that, I'd rather not invest in stuff that I cover on YouTube anyway, so that there's no, like, issues down the road. Like, if I got big off of YouTube, I wouldn't want it coming back to haunt me as, like, some stupid fine or something for market manipulation or something dumb, so that's what I'm avoiding. I'm just not even going to deal with it for now until I can get everything balanced. And then if I get to the point I can do this full time, I'll get back into investing again probably. Well, see, stuff like that is so strict. They go as far as saying you're not supposed to interact with your family for investments too. That's how strict the government is with stuff like that. So there's not insider trading and a bunch of stuff. Yo, what's up, David? Yeah, play Clone Hero. Start playing Clone Hero in the middle of the stock day. This is actually ripping good. We needed this to break pretty hard. They brought the sell wall down to 22.25. They've got to break that. I think there's going to be a lot of pushes where it's going to run like this, and then it's going to consolidate for a few and then push again. It's got to join up together. What's up, Dixon? Welcome. Yeah, it is still good regardless. This is a very good gain. I'm very happy with how it turned out today. This is better than I could have imagined for where it's resting right now. This is a very nice spot if you're holding. Predictions for next week, it depends where it closes. So we'll have to kind of visit that when it closes, and then we can kind of look over what's up. Because it really depends on what the short interest updates to over the weekend too. Because it might be a little delayed after market, but if this breaks 2250, it's gonna rip. If this breaks 2250, it's gonna rip, dude. We're looking for that to go off. Did they just sell some shorts? Not that Ortex showed, but we can check in a minute. This could have just been renewed by power after lunch. Like I said, usually power hour, people just like rip back into it. Like day traders and stuff get more active, all that stuff. It's just a cycle that all stocks usually go through. Especially stuff that's on fire. And a lot of attention is on this because most of the majority of the market is red, so adds a little more. I can check Ortex real quick while it's settling. No, we're still 100,000 shares extra today on top of the shares that we're already in. And so, like, I'm pretty sure some doubled down around this area. But only out of, what was it, 312,000 were borrowed today, and only 208,000 have been returned. So we're still above, like, we're still higher short percentage than we were even yesterday. You think shorts will cover? They'd be kind of dumb not to here, in my opinion. Your thoughts about holding over the weekend? Could a rip still in the after hours? Yeah, it can. My thing is, if it closes above 20, this is going to put it in a really strong bull spot for next week on Tuesday. And then I'm sure a lot of people are going to be spreading this around and watching it over the weekend, going into that 2 or the 3-day weekend. So it could just get nasty together in general. That's the main thing. So it really just depends. We're gonna wait, dude. This holding here at 22 is great. There is downside where it could possibly bounce off 2050 again, but we're gonna wait and see here. It's got like a mini bull flag kind of forming in here, so we'll see what it kind of does. What's up? This is gonna be nasty rip at the end of the day. Yo, I'm hoping. Will the interest increase over the weekend? I'm pretty sure interest accrues daily, regardless if it's weekend or not, because it's loaned money. So it's not that they'll have to pay it next week. It's just going to be increasingly more expensive for them to pay back at some point. But they will have that interest accruing into next week. So yeah, it's not great for them to hold this long if they're already underwater pretty bad. Like for a lot of the shorts right now, it would actually be cheaper for them to cover than hold, in my opinion. But they're probably banking this is going to crash, or retail is just going to give up on it. Nvidia's been bullish. I would just keep an eye on it because it's ripped a bunch, so it has potential downside. So that's what you want to be careful with on Nvidia. I'm still shocked it's following this huge trend. I thought it was going to follow a more subtle trend here, so this is pretty nice. But we still have downside to this one just in case for some carryover, so. We're chilling right now, though. This is pretty good. A lot of people freak out with the pullbacks, but this is really nice action for them. You looking at SGBG? No, I haven't. I didn't even hear about that. The shorts that are shorting at the moment must be newbies at trading. Rip? No, not necessarily. They just underestimated the power that would have came into the stock because it's such a low float stock. You can't really guess that some people are gonna cover that fast. You know what I mean? Like you can't anticipate a ton of people running in like that if you're going off that. It's crazy. What makes you think it's going to 40? Well, if it's holding here above 20 before shorts cover, and the short, so the short flow is almost 200% there. So as of right now, if you broke this down, they'd have to cover the cost of 1.9 shares to cover their position. And that would be 1.9 shares per shorted share at this current price, which would just destroy the price from here. It would bounce over 40 easy. There's no way. And what's crazier is we have the total shares out is only 11 million. So that would be, if we go with the case that there's an estimate there's 200%, that would mean 22 million shares need to be pumped into this and covered for the price to fully get out of the shorts at extreme, like, best case scenario for all the holders. We don't necessarily know when it's going to happen. No, it really just depends. It could happen today and it could happen next week. I think it would be stupid to hold over the weekend where they're in right now, especially all the ones that were shorting under $12 if they haven't covered, which they haven't, because we haven't seen that many bought in. And I'm estimating between like 10 and 15 million shares are currently under $15 shorted. So it's a very large amount of them. They find companies that are on a long downtrend or that are trading sideways for a while and or that don't have good fundamentals, and then they short them so that they can make money off of them not doing anything. And usually they try to find like low companies that aren't going to get attention, so they're not at risk of losing money. That's why the AMC and GME stuff happened, because both of the companies were failing essentially, and AMC was going into the pandemic and everything, and so they shorted it hard because they figured they could make profit off of the companies perpetually failing essentially. Exactly, Casey, yeah. What's the current short interest? It's like 189%. Yeah. And the cost to borrow if you buy in to short or borrow right now is going to be roughly 360% what it would be to get it. So basically the cost to borrow would be like 3 times the cost of the stock right now, is what the estimate would be. Thoughts on Wish? It's just getting a lot of pump right now. I think it does have a chance to get over 20 again, because it hasn't hit 20, right? Let me see. I'll check it real quick. I'm pretty sure it hasn't been over 20. Maybe it has. Maybe I'm dumb. Yeah, I think it has a chance to get it to 20 at some point with the attention on it, but it's been slowing down a lot. I'm not personally super high on the stock myself, but I know a lot of other people are, so you can maybe play off of that going into it, but it's just a high risk play right now in my opinion, especially with this up a bit. Yeah, no problem, Candy. Got it at 24. I think it was too late. No, you'll be fine, Joe. Just to give it a bit. I would have averaged down when it was down at 19 though, but I mean, you should be fine overall. Holding 19 like this is great, because this is my downline. My downside, I see this going into close based on if it holds this trend would be almost $21. And if this closes $21, it's game over. Like, there's a lot of shorts that'll be just completely screwed at that price going into next week. Like, they'll literally be like choking underwater at that point. That's why a lot of people are just very underestimating where this could go. Like, there's a lot of people that are just turning away from this, but this is the dream scenario for getting into a squeeze. That's why I don't normally mess with squeezes, but this is the point where it has the fundamentals behind the company first off, then it has the setup of the social media population checking it out. You've got a severely tiny float. It is extremely oversaturated in short interest to the point that it shouldn't even be legal. And then the price is just steadily climbing higher day to day. Like, this is just absurd, especially going into a 3-day weekend. Like, there's not a better scenario you could be in for a just nasty gamma level squeeze right now than here. And this is without options. Could you imagine if we had call options on this? This thing would be up in like 40, 50 right now. There's no way. It's just crazy. What's your guys' estimates? What are you all thinking right now? Where do you think this goes? I'm going to adjust this now since we're here, and we're going to go out here and see if it can squeeze through the spot around. I mean, this would be... I mean, it'd be hard to go here. Maybe adjust the trend line up like this. I'm trying to get to a point where it could... Nah, that's not going to work. We'll just have to do it normal. I just want it to be more of a squeeze, possibly into the close. I think it could fit like this filter, maybe. 45 next week, above 25, dips right at close 18, 50, 100, so on, Reddit's at 3,500. That's unreasonable. The highest I could see this at a insane level would be 100, and even then, that's... I wouldn't expect this over 60 bucks. I mean, that would be crazy. Close 25, next week mid-30s. Prediction, close about 22, after hours 23, 25. Yeah, after hours it could have a little bit of a run too. Yeah, it's very possible. I said in my video yesterday it could happen today or Tuesday. I think if it's going to happen next week, it's going to happen Tuesday. And I guarantee this only gets more attention going into the weekend because more people thought this was dead. They were like, oh, this is up like 600%. There's no way it's going to run more. And then lo and behold, it's sitting at new highs the entire trading day. So more people are just going to look at it and they're going to be like, oh, and that's what's going to happen. I guarantee it. Yeah, I saw a couple of people doing that. This looks like it could fill here, but I mean, this would be market close here where my line is, so it might not even squeeze before market close. So this would be going into next day, but this is a pretty good bull trend up. Like this is a pretty positive uptrend if it follows this in a close anyway. You got MRIN AM and AMC. Nice. I do think the shorts are going to double down as much as they can, though. I mean, we're already at 100% utilization. I think anything that gets returned is going to get borrowed again. Wait, did this update? Oh, some more shorts did cover. Okay. So some of that spike could have been shorts covering. So some are starting to cover because a bunch just gave back. We're only up 3,000 shares borrowed today. So some shorts did cover, but we're still at 186% short interest. So confirmed, some shorts did just cover during that like spike. So if we see more on that, that might put some pressure going in a close on some other shorts. What do you think MRIN will go to? I think if there's good buy volume and a couple of shorts cover, it could be 25 plus at close. If a lot of the shorts cover, it could be 30 plus. If more of them don't cover than do cover, I see this squeezing next week and this closing above like $21, $22. I don't know what the peak could be. It's hard to tell. I mean, you can't really guess where it would squeeze, but like, I want to say it'd be at least over $40 at a squeeze minimum. Like, there's no way. There's so much short interest in this that it would just be... Like, I just don't see a way that they could cover in a way that wouldn't affect the price that much. And then you still got people FOMO buying. Like, we had a hella FOMO buying this morning. Like, most of these weren't shorts covering. Like, some of it might have been, but a lot of this was just people trying to buy in high because it was running the entire pre-market. Like, it went from 17 up to 25. So... I mean, take profits whenever you want to take profits, dude. But I'm just saying that's like what I'm seeing based on the data we currently have. I mean, it could, but the GME type run on this would just have it in the 100 area. It wouldn't go to 400 or 500. There's no way. It just wouldn't work like that. I would see it going to like maybe 100 But that's a very, very, very off chance. I don't see you doing that. Yeah, no problem. I do want to check on PRVB too. Let me check some news on that. I'm not seeing anything about it yet. I can't advise you on anything. I don't even have a position on this. I'm just analyzing the stock. I will tell you I would have taken some profits by now. There's no way, because so I called this at $2.60 roughly. There's no way I would have held from $2.60 up to now. I would have taken profits multiple times over at this point. That's just me though. No, this would be a very quick short squeeze. This is not going to be a set the price and hold for 6 months kind of deal. The short interest on this is too high for shorts to keep going, especially with the utilization. There's just no way. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. We've got a potential dip. Lowest I see this is about 2050 right now if it goes. I don't know if the buy walls will let that hold though. We'll see how the level 2 data is coming in. Yeah, they're getting bought up before they drop too much. When do I think it will crash? I mean, it would probably be after it squeezes. When's the next entry point? I would just be looking at possible downside. Like, set yourself up a chart like this and look for bounces. Like, if you bounced here, you could check here. It would bounce from 19, went to 22. You could let it swing back down. Bounce 20, hit 22 again. Like, you just got to set your chart right. You can find good spots. Yeah, this is lit, dude. I like showing the stuff for the people. It's pretty nice. It's, I still see it filling this corner going into close, so it could push up potentially if it goes. What would be nasty is if it sold off here, did some sort of a bull trap and just like bounce. That'd be the dirtiest like after hours kind of run we could do for the last 30 minutes. Share Ortex data and explain. Yeah, so we just went over it. So right here where we had this spike, I assume some shorts covered because some of the shorts did change, but there's still 3,000 more shares that were borrowed today on top of the short interest we already have. We've got about 186% of the short interest right now, which would equate to 1.86 of each stock. That would be them shorting. So to equivalent what that would be for them to cover their shorts, anybody that did it now would have to cover 1.86 stocks per 1.86 shares per stock that they shorted, and then that would push the price up. The reason why this is so ridiculous is because the cost to borrow is super high right now. It's over 300% to borrow. Going into that, you've also got the fact that this is a free flow of less than 11 million and the shares out is only about 11 million. So the estimated shorted share volume right now is about close to 20 million, which is almost double what is out on shares. So that's why this is such a nasty setup, especially going to a 3-day weekend. Or if you're most likely playing for European approval now, it had a chance for a short squeeze, and then it died. So since that's kind of not there anymore, in my opinion, you're looking for a European approval of their drug, and if that doesn't go, you're kind of just screwed on the stock right now. That would have been one you would have want to set a stop loss while you were up and not buy too high. So we're going to see if this is going to retest my area. They've got about 17,000 cells at 22. and 6,000 at 2180. Like I said, it's still filling this support area I have, so this doesn't look too bad right now. It's pretty good overall. It's looking to test the support. If we get a bounce, that means we're going to still be respecting this, which is what we're looking for. I said this is about 2050, and the lower support under this would be about 1883 if it somehow dipped to this. We also do have a Discord for anybody not in. I'm going to put the link in chat for you guys. We talk about stuff pretty regularly during the market day. So if you're interested in that, make sure you join. I'm going to pin it to the chat too. There you go. Looks like it's holding the support right now, so we'll see what it does over the next couple minutes. I mean, it's going to be a risky play regardless, but this closing this high eats a lot of, like, shorts up. So they're going to be kind of screwed going into next week is the big thing. That's what you're going to be watching, because if it closes above 20, there's going to be more than half of the shorts underwater. So, like, to give you an idea, most of the shorts are down this area, like 14 and under right now for a lot of the what we estimated is, and even lower than that, there's a lot more shorts that are 10 and under. So a lot of them are like way down here, and we're way up here, like almost double their current price that they shorted at. What is 90-day trading restriction? If you're talking about Robinhood, you most likely would be day trading 4 times in a week, and then they would restrict you 90 days. You don't want to do that. Yeah, 14 was yesterday's close price. So basically, almost all the shorts from yesterday and before are from 14 and under. I mean, they could be higher price too, unless they closed out, but I don't think they closed out. So there was like a peak yesterday where they hit the peak, and they would have been, if we take the absolute peak, right, we could guess that a lot of the shorts are 19 and under, and we're still under those, or we're still over those. So, and this is bouncing off support right now, so it is still respecting these lines, which is good. I needed hella caffeine, bro. I was so like tired this morning. I couldn't tell if I don't think I was low energy on stream, but I felt so dead, dude. Yeah, this is just setting up for a nasty rip next week if it goes here. This would just be dumb. I'm gonna hop into the MRIN Reddit thread real quick and see what they're saying. Anything good? Some people are trying to estimate that it's gonna sell off towards close. I don't know though. This is like literally just support I'm expecting, so we'll see where it goes. What is the X line? So this was a line I had earlier where it squeezed up. So I originally had it about, it was about here. And I was saying it was either going to squeeze up or down before more price action. This bottom yellow line was my initial trend line for the day. And then this was a more bullish line, and it's following the more bullish line. This is the potential for it to squeeze higher up onto this trend line or down on towards more this trend line if it breaks this support or breaks this resistance. That's all it is. But red usually means resistance on my chart, so yellow usually means the support. And then this is RSI VWAP, so if it's oversold, overbought, that kind of thing. And so that's all what you're looking at. You can't know what their short price target was though, right? No, but usually you have to cover a decent amount. Like, there's like a decent range you have to get in before you can profit. Dude, they shorted more or borrowed more. We went from, there's another 75K added back in here. That's probably part of this. So I think part of this down action was them. So they must have covered up here and then shorted it down again. Or somebody else covered up here and then another group shorted down here. Either way, the short percentage just went up again around that time that this went down. So they're doubling down a little more going into close. I think this stock is so low that dark pools aren't as relevant. And I don't think it's big hedge funds doing this. I think it's more alternate hedge funds that are like not as like they don't have as much capital to pull some like crazy shady stuff. So I think this is literally just hedge funds that misjudged and they're kind of screwed right now for the ones that are short. I mean, there's a lot of retail shorting too. Last I checked, there was only 20% institutional ownership in this, and the rest was like retail or insider. Do I use FinWiz? Not generally, no. That's crazy they got more shorts, though. This is following this to a T. I love it. So this seems to be a good setup for close. We've got about 20 minutes, so we'll see where it heads. But right now, we're doing very good. It would be interesting to see. So broke support. We'll see if it pulls back up. I would assume it could be more shorts. It's either sell walls. There's not really very crazy sell walls. How do you get those trend lines? You just draw them. Like I just draw like a trend line like that. This is trading view too, so you can draw a bunch of different stuff. The next support could be up here around 19 as well. So I'm gonna draw one more line here just for a visual. We're just gonna make it really thin, because it'll be a thinner support. So like I said before, all of these are support lines. This is a resistance line. So these are what we're looking for support right now. Thicker line usually means stronger support. Thinner line usually means it's a very light support. So 19 is a very light support, but even below 19, I have a trend line that could put it about 1890 from here if it does break. But it looks like it's already trying to trend back towards this line. So we'll see if this is just like a fluky kind of break or if it's going to keep going. How do you know where the shorts are? Just because of the amount of percentage that short percentage and stuff went up on day to day. There was a graphic floating around on social media a while. So if you watch my last video I had on the channel where I compared this to GME and short percentage, I went over like a graphic and stuff and it showed it break down. But basically there was an estimated 7 million shares that hadn't covered under, I think it was like $9, $8, something like that. Oh, dude, they're probably happy because they have like a bunch of shares in the company. Yeah, shorts added more like through here. I don't know if the percentage went up even more, but they added it was 3K, it went up to 78K. So 75K more shares were shorted through this downtrend. It could definitely do 25 next week. We just need a good squeeze. That'd be the big thing. I said we're looking for it to test here is where I'm expecting. And then if it breaks this, we're looking for it to follow this trend line now to end of day. We've still got 20 minutes, so we don't know yet, but... It's looking like a vibe right now, though. I'm liking how it's not too crazy. It's staying pretty consistent. It's had a good run today. It's trending oversold, so we could expect a possible bounce back here soon. Do you believe it will break today's high? Yeah, dude, if this was squeezed, this would destroy today's high. There's no way. Like, today's high is mostly just from more people buying in out of FOMO. That's if Ortex is accurate. We're assuming Ortex is accurate, which it generally is. And it's generally refreshes pretty well. Like, we're still at 188%. And the cost to borrow is still super expensive. It looks like it's trying to break 20 again, so we're going to look for it to break some walls here. We're just seeing what it does here. They're really trying to keep it under 20, which, I mean, I don't blame them, but I don't know if it'll sit there to close. I think it can close over 20. It has a good chance. I really do. I said we're still pretty good on our support. This is the first time it's broken this trend today, so I mean it could be a fluke, it could rewrap back. I don't know yet. We'll just have to see towards close where it ends here. But I do think what it's been doing after hours is it low float consolidates. So like it did here, it traded sideways. Here it traded sideways. Here it traded sideways. And that's generally the extent of how it goes after hours. So I don't expect any craziness after hours, especially on a 3-day weekend, but you never know. It is starting to try to retrace back to that trend line, so we'll see if it pulls back. No, nothing on PRVB yet. They probably won't get till after hours. I told you it's going to be a 50-50 anyway. There's a good chance it could be rejected. The only thing it has going for it right now is that it's diabetes related, and it's an experimental drug, so it could get approved in that sense, but they might ask for more data before they do it. Especially because they've been under fire from their Alzheimer's approval that they did. A lot of people didn't agree with, so that puts a little more pressure on the FDA too. Can I look at PRVB? Yeah, let me pull it real quick. So PRVB is in a disgusting bull flag right now. Like if this got FDA, this is going. I think if it got FDA approval, it's going to hit 20 anyway. Like if you look at the recent, like it was, where is it? 6 months. It was back trading around here when they were possibly going to get FDA, and it's just been slowly down. It's barely been down from here. If they get rejected, it could drop to like $6 So, but if they get FDA, I do see it returning over $20. That'd be pretty nice. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here. But it's, it hasn't been seeing a lot of volume today. Like it was a lot of, I mean, it had here. You could have probably trimmed some profits going to FDA, but that's what I would have been looking for on that. This looks like a giant mess with all these lines, dude. Where are the walls at right now? Biggest wall is going to be 2035 right now. 2035 and 2020. If they get approved, I'll hook you up. All right, bro. I can't guarantee they get approved though, so. This is getting nice volume to get back over 20. I'm liking this right now. This is good. We would need to break 2035 to see higher increase. It needs to eat this wall pretty fast. That's going to be its best chance is just eating that wall. It's 25,000 shares. So that's going to be a big ask right now. All right, Matt, for sure, bro. I'll be looking for it if it gets approved. I've got a few people that have been playing PRVB. They sold in waves, and they made some decent profit in waves, too. But I think they'll be good long-term. I do think they eventually get FDA approved, even if not today. It just might be another, like, 7-8 months if they don't. That's the only issue. So you'd have a chance to buy back in. Or average down, whatever. Made 50K off MRIN. Nice, dude. 1,500 shares. That'd be lit. What's your averages on PRVB? Ooh, this is going to break the wall. Let's go. Come on. We need a big run here. Oh, baby. Needs to break 2050. We're looking for 2050. The next big wall is going to be 21, looks like. We just need a lot of like staircasing buys going up, and this will help push it. It's going to get a little dicey here in 14 minutes to close too, so we'll see. Can't see myself selling AMC stock without it being the short squeeze. A little over 3 grand climbing with MRIN. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. I love hearing that. You can't see the ticker? What do you mean? The ticker's up here. It's also right here. I'm just trying to show you guys more of the data. We're at just under 120 million volume as well. We're looking for it to pass 2046 and 2068. Those are the big points right now. I will be putting an update video out on MRIN this weekend too. I'm gonna try for the end of today, but I don't know if I'll get it in just because I like slept like 3 hours. So worst case, I'll have one out in the morning for people looking for updates on this and where I think it can go next week too. Been making money on this all week. Good looking, dude. Yeah, no problem. Sheep, duckling, cow. That's dope, dude. Yeah, we've had a lot of people making money, especially in the Discord with this. This is pretty sick. Buy 24, I think you should hold. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sell here. Them closing above 20 should be good for shorts. I think you'll be fine. I wouldn't be selling at a loss here if you bought at 24. But next time I would make sure you like average in your price a little more. That's all. Yeah, I didn't go to bed until this opened on Webull pre-market for the first time, and I saw it over 16. I saw the German market was going off, and I literally couldn't sleep for a bit. German market had it like 1660 before Webull went live or something like that. And then I started running, and then I went to sleep and woke up at like 7 my time again, like 30 minutes before market started. Yeah, so this is pretty good action, especially consider some of the more of the shorts came in. So I'm liking this. It's still hovering roughly this trend line, which is good, which makes me think 20 might be a support area, but I don't want to put a line there yet because it's very like fluky right now. How will PRVB go if it doesn't get approved? I think it has a downside to possibly go between $6-7. I don't think it goes much lower than there, though. I mean, it's already sold off in the mindset that they won't get FDA approved. Like, that's why they initially sold off, because their decision was split and everything. And so that was part of that. And so that factors into the price already. So it's kind of baked in. So I don't see it going much lower. And then obviously people that are long on it will buy in back in for long, because I do think they get FDA approval at some point. Their data is good in general for their treatments. It's just a matter of when and if the FDA likes it, which you can never know. But the other thing that helps the possible case of approval is FDA does usually lean towards the committee approval. It's just that the committee was split. It was like 10-7, so. Your music's cool. I have my internal RSI, much appreciated. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, that's why I like chill stuff like this while I'm doing videos and all that. It helps like chill out and give you like a little more vibe to the situation. BLI in for the short term. I haven't looked into it too much. I think a lot of people have missed a boat on it at this point. I wouldn't personally be buying BLI in at this point. Can you tell my girlfriend Samantha to remain calm, because I'm positive in this and I'm going to be taking my profits as needed. Thanks for all you do for us. Samantha, remain calm for Brian. It'll be fine. I think we'll be very happy next week. Yo, what's up, Yoni? Yeah, no problem, Swim. Holding for a week at least. Yeah, I mean, I think the squeeze on this would happen between Tuesday and Wednesday next week. I don't know how long they could possibly drag this out. I don't know what benefit it would be to keep holding at this high of a short interest with the price ever increasing on the stock. Bro, your channel's dope. What chance do you think the Ortex data is incorrect? Yo, thanks, dude. I don't think it's incorrect because it's been updating pretty regularly. Like right here, not even 20 minutes ago, the borrowed change went from 3,000 to 78,000, and now it's back down to 67,000. So that means, so basically what happens with this data is there was 408,000 return shares today, and there was 475 borrowed. So on top of the short interest we already have on this is that only about 67,000 more shorts have been applied, and there is a cost to borrow of on average over 300% of the price. So I think the data is very accurate. I mean, Ortex is one of the most accurate, and the short interest has decreased from the 200% yesterday, but it's still 188, which is just astronomical. So there's a high chance it's very accurate. I think it's going to be good for next week, especially if it closes over 20. This is just going to be wild. Utilization is 100. It's been 100 all day up here. Basically the way the shorts have been working is somebody will cover and then somebody else will short down more. Like part of this was when the 3K went to 78K borrowed shares, and this was shorted down on top of part of sell off. So that's why I wasn't freaked out about this, and especially because it's still holding around this trend line. So this looks really good going into close. We're still holding 2011. I'm gonna see if there's any buy walls. There was a sell wall higher up. Sell wall 2020. If it breaks that, it could run a little bit, but it would need a lot of volume. Yeah, if the data's correct, this is impending, like, when is the nuke gonna be set? Like, there's no way out of this at this point. Nah, there's no news on PRVB yet. I don't think it's gonna come till after hours. Yeah, no problem, RJ. Too late to hop in. It's up to your own risk, man. I have been calling and covering the stock since $3. I've basically, if you ask anybody or go back on any of my videos, I've guessed the direction of the stock since it was about $2.60. So it's up a lot. I don't want to tell you to buy in here and you get screwed. I would just look for possible pullback and add where you see fit if you really want to buy into this. It's very high risk, but it's also very high reward from here. So it's really just up to what you're willing to possibly lose to gain. I mean, it's still up 36% today on this. Like, this is wild. And this is like after running you yesterday up a decent bit. Like, it went from 11 to 19 at open. Yeah, after hours, it'll probably trade sideways and consolidate, because that's what it normally does. I would make sure you trim your position on PRVB while you're ahead and leave enough that you are willing to lose into FDA. That's what I would look. That's what I've been telling people playing it since I started covering it a couple months ago. Is just like, I would be trimming profits up to FDA and then leaving whatever you want to leave to float into it. Yeah, no problem. This is battling hard for 20 going into close. I feel like I'm in Minecraft with this song right now. I don't know why. Any view on when the company will try to do an offering? I don't know. If I were management, the way I would be looking at this is it gives my company essentially free marketing, right? That's how I would be viewing it. I would hope they feel the same, because this puts a lot of attention on their company. Like, the Reddit itself has like doubled in the past week for them. And so what I would be looking for with the share offering is I would hope they wait till the possible squeeze doesn't come. There's obviously that risk, which is why I'm telling people not to buy too high on this and be able to manage their risk. But yeah, I think Tuesday is going to be the telling day. I think that'll be the day that we start seeing more and more shorts cover. Because right now we're seeing like tens of thousands, which is nothing in respect to the fact that there's up to 10 to 15 million shorted shares right now. What do you mean it would be thousands next week? No, I don't. So like the way this is set up, I don't think it would go higher than the 100 area. I think if you got absolute best case scenario, everything worked out in a severe bull case and everything, you'd be looking at maybe $100, but I think that's a little unrealistic still. So. Oh, I mean, that's true. Yeah. I thought you meant like the share price. I was like, no way. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm not sure what you're asking, Jesse. Loving the streams, by the way, keeping me relaxed and market close. Yeah, no problem, Newt. Yeah, I usually can't stream a lot. I just wanted to do it today because I figured today might be crazy. If it goes crazy on Tuesday, I might try to do a closing stream, but we'll see like how stuff works. I have to work around work still, so. I mean, if we got more coverage from like WSB and stuff, it'd probably be too late at that point anyway. Like, unless they pile in before the shorts cover, it wouldn't matter. I would be out once the shorts cover. There's no reason to stay in after that. There's no reason to try to drag it out more than it is. I see this going 40 plus if it squeezes, and you know, anybody should be happy with that because that's almost 4,000% from when I called the stock. So if you are not taking profit at 4,000% up in 2 weeks, you've got like, there's no helping you as a trader to make money. Like, there's literally nothing anybody can do for you. You should see some PR on PRVB. I'm sure it'll be on social media and on like Webull and stuff. A lot of FDA announcements do come after hours, yeah. So it's either they get FDA or CRL. They could be delayed for CRL, but I haven't seen anything about them even meeting with them yet. So it could just be they're still talking to them or FDA is still deciding. I don't think this dips back to 10, Jesse. I'm going to tell you that now. You can take some profit. I'm just saying I don't think it's dipping back to 10. The lowest I see it dipping to right now is 18, and it hasn't even come close to that all day. Put 1,100 and bought at 1980 is a good amount. You should be fine there. I think Tuesday is going to be crazy. This is about to close above 20. They can't do much here. They're basically drowning. Have I got any other good stock recommendations? Yeah, I have a lot of stuff in the Discord I usually cover. My watch list if you ever want to check some stuff out. All right, so we closed above 20. That's crazy. So I wanted to close above 15. This puts a severe amount of pressure on them going into Tuesday. We have a 3-day weekend. They now have to sit on this and see this. And this is only going to get more exposure on social media too. I think more people pile in on Monday. And on top of more people piling in, I think shorts come to their senses and realize, hey, we're kind of screwed here. So I think Tuesday is going to be our day. I wouldn't think it would go past Wednesday for this. So those are your time frames you're looking for on this if you're in it. That's what I would say. Yep, so on to Tuesday. Yeah, this is going to be... That's going to be where I'm looking for this. This is a great day for this stock. I would be watching the price action on Tuesday to decide that. Yeah, Blackburn. You can cover shorts after hour, but it's very unlikely, especially if nobody is selling. Like, you can't cover shorts that aren't there, and we're at 100 utilization, so it'd be very hard for them to cover. Yeah, I'm going to be putting out a full video on this for full analysis over the weekend with some updated info. I'm going to either have it out tonight or early tomorrow, one of those two. So expect it by, like, I'd say 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, I would have it out before then. And then we'll have the updates on this. But this is pretty sick. This is a great stuff on it. This is going to be great. Anybody? No, you're good, Jesse. No worries, dude. You think 25 on Tuesday is a safe estimation of where it's going? I think shorts cover. I think it's easy 30 over on Tuesday. That would be my guess. If it's not over 30, it means shorts haven't covered, or some people just sold out like crazy. And what is it? Are we trading after hours now? Is it showing anything? There's not even, it's such low float right now. There's not even much going on after hours. We're barely below 20 bucks. So if you want to average in, you're on Weevil or something, this would be your time to buy right now while it's under 20, I think. Let's set some limits and get in a little more. And then I'm not worried about the after hours. Look at what yesterday did. It's just low float consolidation. So since it's low float, small amounts fluctuate the price a lot. So being concerned about it right now is the least you should be doing. What you need to focus on, let's double check on this and see if this changed. It looks like it did update a little bit. So we're still at 188% short interest. This might update tonight, so I'll have this update in the video. I'm going to give it a few hours to change if it does. Still 367% cost to borrow. So there's still a lot of interest that needs to be paid on these while they're going on. And then there was 67,000 more borrowed shares that got added on. So like if we zoom in here, so this is like the trend of the shorts over the last few days, right? So days to cover on loan is going up. Right now the days to cover is 0.33, which is why I'm telling you it's going to be a quick squeeze. It's not most likely not going to be multi-day. The thing that's going to make this worse is that a lot of people are holding this right now like we are through the weekend, and they're not going to be able to cover as fast because so many people are holding. Now, if we look at the cost to borrow, you can see it is literally the peak of where it's been like ever for like the last since like, what is this, January? Yeah, since like November. But this is like a huge cost to borrow just based on some other stuff. If we take out the price and volume and we do on loan, you can see there's a huge amount that's on loan too. So there is 6,080,396 shares on loan, and that's a low estimate. So this is a lot that needs to be put in. And then we've got, what was the other one I wanted to look at? Number of loans. Yeah, so if we look at number of loans, you can see the number of loans has increased. So since June 25th, which was last Friday, there was only 42 loans in this, and now we're up to 164 different loans for this stock. So that's the number of holders that are possibly shorting and or borrowing for a long position on this. So that's what you need to keep an eye on, and that's why I'm so bullish on this going into next week. There's a lot going for this right now. There's this, I don't see a scenario where at least some shorts don't cover Tuesday. It just doesn't seem realistic to me. How high do I think it will go realistically? It depends on when the shorts cover and how many are stubborn. When some shorts start coming and that comes out, I see a lot of people profit taking. So if all the shorts start covering, I'm seeing a bounce between 40 and 60. That's going to be my channel to look for, is $40 to $60. But it's really hard to tell until shorts start covering and we see how many do it. That's the issue. Yo, nice Ghost Shark. Good stuff. AHT reverse stock split. I'll check that out here in a bit. If you're in the Discord and you message me that, I'll check it out here later tonight for you. Because I probably won't be on stream too much longer. Because I just wanted to go through some of this breakdown. But so what I'll probably do for you guys on this is, like I said, I'm going to do an update tonight. I'll try to record it tonight, have it out latest by 12 noon tomorrow Eastern, if not tonight. And then we'll be looking more towards where this is going to be looking on Tuesday. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, everything will be solid for a squeeze. Also, subscribe and turn on notifications so I know when you are uploading your video. Very happy with the profit I will make next week. Yo, sounds good, Fisher. Appreciate the support, dude. Am I going to stream Tuesday? It depends on how the market's moving. If it's going crazy with this stuff, I might try to hop on. I got to work it around my lunch break on work and stuff. Put my sell at 24 on Weeble, but explodes at 40. Does it still sell at 24? It'll still sell at 24. You'd have to put your limit higher. Very interesting. Thank you, Christian. Appreciate it. 750-ish subs in a week. Congrats. Yo, thank you, Newt. Yeah, a lot of people are having a lot of support on the channel lately. It's appreciated. I just like doing a lot of in-depth analysis for people on stocks. I don't just cover like short squeezes. I cover like full company fundamentals. So if you're looking for a channel that basically just gives you most of the research you need on like stock news and stuff, that's a lot of what I do. And then I'll cover like short plays and riskier plays like this, but out of all of the short squeezes I've seen so far, I feel like this is the lowest risk that you could have had in one so far. That's just my opinion based on like all the factors. I think the 3-day weekend makes this just disgusting for next week. We could see like some stupid ruptures next week in the market with this. Next stock I'm watching out for, I'm looking for PRVB to possibly get FDA approval today, and I'm looking for CCXI to possibly get FDA approval next week on July 7th. CCXI could go from, what was it, trading around like 10, it was trading around $13, $14 the past couple days, and if it gets FDA approval, I think it can go back to 40 to 50 minimum. If PRVB gets FDA, it was trading around in the $8 area today. If that gets FDA, I think it goes over 20. So what would I recommend to put your sell at? Well, I mean, you just got to kind of watch the market and see when you're comfortable for profits. Because if you've got like 10 shares, you could split up your shares and do 2 like at a time, you know what I mean, selling. So it's really just what you want to do. Thanks for the sub, Ghost Shark. Appreciate you, dude. Buying you a case of Apothic red wine on Tuesday. All right, yo. Appreciate it, Mark. Yeah, if this blows up, this is going to be fun, man. I'll love it. It's going to be sick. Yeah, so Ricky, if you're on Weeble, I would just put a GTC order in for whatever price you want, so it just stays, so you don't have to worry about marking it in case you don't want to forget. What are the chances on CCXI approval? They're split like PRVB, so it could go either way. That's the only thing you're waiting on, is that it could be a split decision, so it really just depends. I've got people in the MRIN lounge. Somebody just said I'm a magician in the MRIN lounge. Hold on, I gotta find this guy. I'm trying to see, I don't see where they said it. They just said, so you're a magician. Because I was posting in the thread, I was like, I think it closes over 20, and they were like, bro, it's gonna drop to 16. What's my insight about ALF? I'm high in ALF too. I think they can go to over 60 long term. I called the ALFRIN too. I called it $6 to $24. So it was up 300% from when I predicted at its peak. This stock is up over 1,000% from when I predicted. So, well, it was up almost about 1,000 from when I predicted if you go towards the peak, where it was about 26 today. So I basically called this through that whole 1,000% every direction, and then ALF I called from 6 to like the 24, which is pretty nice. Should you sell your $12 shares and rebuy now? No. Well, all you'd be doing is switching your profit out to buy back in. That wouldn't make any sense. You might as well stick on your 12 shares if you weren't going to sell by this point. So basically, all the profit you made on this would literally just go back to the same cost basis, which doesn't make sense. I wouldn't do that. PRVB is $8.50 right now. Should I buy it Tuesday? Well, the FDA approval would be today, so I would not be buying that now, no. Unless you want to gamble for an FDA approval. So, was there anything else you guys wanted to know about this before I head out? Anything you guys were interested in seeing on the Ortec stuff, or you're not understanding? So borrowing changed. Okay, so it looks like they tried to short more towards the end, or they covered shares. So that's why it stayed above 20. It looks like it covered a little more. So we're down to 3,000 still positive for the day on shares borrowed, though. Still 186% short interest. 20 shares at $12. Well, no, I wouldn't rebuy it now. If you're this low, Jesse, what I would do is I would average up your stuff and your cost basis would still have you positive. That's what I would do. I wouldn't sell any though. I think BLIN has been running already. I think it would be very risky to buy in right now. Dwayne, this is more if you're willing to risk money on it right now. If you're willing to throw away money and have potential downside, I think your best bet is going to be buying this under 20 while you can. That would be my what I would be looking for, but I wouldn't be waiting to buy till Tuesday. I am very bullish for next week, dude. This is crazy. Yeah, no problem, Michael. Of course, Blackbrand. Yeah, if you guys aren't sub, make sure you sub too. I'll have analysis on this out tomorrow. I think I put up a playlist earlier too on all my MRIN stuff, so if you want to follow through and see where my predictions were with the videos, you can cross-check them, but I've pretty much been dead on. I called it running to about $20 yesterday. I said it was going to run to $20. It hit $19.95, so I've been pretty much the same. I don't think it'll dip to 17. I think the worse this drops, especially after hours volume right now, I think this could drop to maybe this 18.99 range. Worst case 18, but I don't even see it there. It's probably going to trade sideways through this area. So it's drift between like 1960 to 220 is what I would guess. Hey, thanks, Swim. Hey, appreciate it, Collie. You think it'd be smart to sell on Monday or Tuesday? Well, market's closed Monday. That's why I was bullish for this going into Tuesday for a squeeze. Yo, have a good one, Roni. How do you average up? You just buy more shares. So like if you're buying more shares at 20, it'll automatically average up your 12 shares. It'll keep your stuff. No, it doesn't. So this is a different situation why weekends are not. So this had a lot of buy volume. Most stocks sell off, so you'd want to buy it when it dips before the weekend. But the way this is, this rebounded from the lows for today and stayed high. I would be looking for the price action Tuesday. If it spikes like crazy, I would definitely be taking profits, if that makes sense. So that's what I'd be looking for. If you guys aren't in already, make sure you're in the Discord too. I'll drop the link one more time in case some of you didn't see the pinned link. I know we had quite a few people join, but make sure you get in there. I'll definitely be updating stuff over the weekend and dropping some stuff I find in here. That's the Discord if you aren't already in. I post weekly, or I post monthly watch list items too. So I'll be coming out with July watch list soon with some price targets. We hit like, was it 6 of our 13 price targets last month, and all of them, out of all 13, all of them could have made you profits. So we've got a pretty good ratio of getting people gains in there. We've had a few people that are up like thousands on MRIN in there. So make sure you come in there and chat. We'll hang out, all that fun stuff. And then, yeah, so like if you're looking to get in, I would make sure you're getting in under 20 on this. I wouldn't be buying higher. So that would be my recommendation is, I mean, it's not a recommendation, but like that's what I would be looking for as like your maximum amount you're looking to get in. I don't even do day trading. I normally do swing trading. Swing trading and growth stocks. I don't do options. I want to get somebody that helps with options in the Discord soon. I've been talking to somebody, so hopefully we can work something out and they can call some option plays. But I'm going to get an options algorithm bot that alerts in the Discord soon. So we should have that in the next few weeks. It really just depends on like, it takes like a few $100s to upkeep the cost of the bots in the Discord. Between my stock watch list algorithm bot stuff for that and then options alerts, it'd be like $600 a month. So I just got to have the money to pay for it all. But we're close to there, so we're chilling. Yeah, no problem, Jongwoo. Hope that helped, dude. All right, guys. Well, thanks for chilling. Like I said, I'll be in the Discord the rest of the day kind of talking, and I'll have an update on MRIN out in the next day or so. I don't know if I'll cover any stocks. I might do a video on PDSB or something else over the weekend as well. Get a new stock on so we can add it to the watch list. But I'll be looking to get the July watch list out in the Discord at least, and then getting the update on this, and then we'll be looking for next week. So, fingers crossed for a good Tuesday for everybody in this. And then congrats to everybody that's up in profits and locked it in. I'm glad you guys got a hold of that and made out well. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for chilling.